look at religions and trends and practices of all sorts. Let's say this day and age, a lot of people don't even have a faith in any kind of God or any kind of higher power. Maybe they do. They think the higher power is the internet. In this day and age, kids probably would pay more attention to the internet than they knew God. I mean, obviously they do, because the God is a name that we call it in different dialects. Other people call it Krishna, or, whatever they may call it. Buddha, Brahman, all kinds of different things. Tons of names. In fact, if everything is God, then every word is a form of God that we've conceptualized to call it that. But we're not going to go that deep with this. What I'm saying is everything from a Christian person who, like, if a Christian person feels enlightened, they're not quite enlightened. They are fulfilling a prophecy of some sort. It was written, is what they would say. And the reason that it happened the way it was written is because they studied it until it happened the way it was written. Just like a person in India with kumkum on their forehead that satsangs and paramatmas and all these things like that. Nothing wrong with any of those things. In fact, they're beautiful practices. But the thing is, that is just another ideology, another belief system that you follow along, and it happens the way that you follow along with it. And then, say, you start taking those practices and combining them with other things of your own, and they become something else, and you did something different. So then you develop another practice, and then it turns into another religion, like Hindi spins off of Buddhism, and all these different things are one or the other, interchangeable kind of things. Certain things spin off of another. And we do this all over the place. And it even happens in religions, it happens in every practice of every sort. It happens in medicine, At one time, if you had any problem, you go to a doctor until they started getting specialized doctors in feet and nose and throat. You know what I mean? Like, everything is a spin-off. And in that way, everything is right. If you believe it enough to take the conceptualized idea and make it your belief system and use it until it works that way, everything is right. Everything. There's not one thing that's wrong. So if to say right or wrong, that's just your opinion on what you like and dislike. But we all know what would be kind to others. So if we want to go right and wrong as in what's nice and not nice, that's different than saying this is what should be and this is what shouldn't be. Because there is no should or shouldn't. There is no right or wrong. But there is a what would be nice and what wouldn't be nice. Let's look at it that way. So no matter what practice you're doing, whether it's new age technology, whether it's ancient practices from going all the way from mythology to deep Christianity to Buddhism to 5,000 years ago to whatever you can come up with. All those things are just one piece, and they're all right. They're all real. So nobody's right, and nobody's better than somebody else because of the way they think about it. Scientology, gynecology, they're all the same kind of thing. They're all just a belief system that you studied and learned. And you learn it that way, because right now anyone can be a gynecologist if you studied it and became a gynecologist. But if you wanted to be into a religion, you study that religion and get into it, and you become a follower of that religion. You want to get into a sport, you follow that sport, you practice it, and then you get into that sport. Everything is that way, depending on how much you take it serious and how much you put into it. You can heal people if you practice it. You can learn how to fly if you practice it and believe in it. What I see as the issue is most people just totally underestimate the abilities they have or haven't seen them self-display yet. And they just rule out that they can't because they haven't yet. The problem is they haven't tried yet. So that's why they don't think they can.